idea of HYT all started with the lake which is behind me, where we wanted to combine liquids with a watch. It was the ultimate dream of combining something which is not usual to see with a mechanical movement. The DNA of HYT is innovation. We wake up in the morning and we think about innovation. You know, we always strive for innovation. But the great thing with HYT is the ability for me to explain this in about 5 seconds. We are liquids and we are mechanics, and we are in the high-end watchmaking industry. With HYT, we are unique.
So the fluidic module is done out of different components. Let's say there is something like 30 components. There are two bellows which are filled with two different liquids. The two liquids are non-miscible, and these two bellows are linked together with the use of a capillary. It's a glass capillary with a very high quality. We fill one of the bellows with the colored liquid, and then we fill the other bellow with the transparent liquid. Then the boundary of the two liquids indicate the hour inside the watch. In order to manufacture the capillary, we take the skull capillary, for example, we start with linear tubes, and then we have to bend this linear capillary with the shape of the skull. We did a lot of discussions with artists, glassblowers, and they explained how do they do to work with the glass. We took that and we created either manual gestures and specific machines with very high-tech motors in order to being able to bend very, very precisely on a repeatable way the capillary. When we deliver a fluidic module to HYT, the watchmakers at HYT, they will have to assemble it together with the movement. And to make this assembly, it's not like just to put a dial on a movement. It's much more complicated. So the fluidic system and the movement, they have to be assembled, and the movement has to know the specificity of the fluidic module.
We had to find a crafty way to put the two barrels for the 7 days movement and the hydro device. So the main challenge is to put all this stuff in a tiny space. First of all, we use math, then we use geometry, and then we use 10 scale models, plastic models. In H3, we say, okay, we have a lot of energy, but we can do a lot more with this energy. So we build a system that during the retrograde, it's turn a 24-hour dial. So you have 4 6-hour sections, and it will turn each 6 hours.
Future has no limit. Future is the sky. We have absolutely no limits in the creativity because the landscape of liquids and mechanics is huge.